I'm back at this again. It's been a while, my friends. And I'm freaking hungry because I just woke up and I haven't had any breakfast. That's completely my fault, so let's just get this done and dusted. Do. Why don't they just skip to the one that actually shows me where I'm actually going? Anywho. We're back with more Ayane chapter challenges. This time I decided to go with this outfit because it's kind of reminiscent of the training outfit that Ryu wore in the beginning of Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which was all purple. I was thinking about going with her Ninja Gaiden 1 outfit, but kind of decided not to because, well, I wanted to use that for the snow level because it looks like the warmest outfit she has. So it's just like, let's go with that and not have her freeze to death. No, I mean, not everybody can be Ryu and just be, like, not cold, regardless of what they wear. Let's be sensible here. Oh. Lag. Hello, Lag, my old friend. I've come to see you again. Yeah, the lag is really mostly just a Wii U thing. I mean, I've gotten the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection on Switch now, and like it still lags a little bit, but nowhere near to the amount that this version does when playing Ninja Gaiden 3. I mean, also, I think I mentioned this before, that it is a bit weird that that collection isn't actually a collection per se. It just installs all 3 games separately, so they could have sold them a la carte like what Capcom did with the Devil May Cry trilogy. Speaking of Devil May Cry, Capcom really needs to release Devil May Cry 4 for Switch. I mean, if Switch can handle, you know... Excuse me. Got a lump in my throat. That's cute. Wish I'd known that before I decided to record.
I'm going to carve you up. You won't die like this.
You won't die like this, but you just did!
You die with me.
No. I'm gonna have to pass up that. Oh, I mucked that up. Kaboom! Gotcha! You shove down their stomach. Yeah, I'm still playing this on the Wii U, even though I could basically switch over to the Switch version, but I started this LP on the Wii U. I think I'll finish it there before I eventually just sell this copy. Yeah, I know the Master Collection doesn't have the multiplayer features and whatnot, but I don't really play this multiplayer. So, like, what do I care? But hey, in a weird way, that decision, which is, you know, I'm gonna guess it's probably controversial and stuff.
Support is here.
One good thing about them doing that at least for me, is that the original versions that I still have for both the PS3 and, in this case, the Wii U, will probably retain some value for people that want to play those multiplayer functions. Of course, if you buy the Master Collection on the PC, you could probably mod those multiplayer functions back in, because I would assume that it's still in the code somewhere. No, you stop that right now. Bada bang, bada boom, boom, doom! And off with your everything! And you were gone, and you were gone. Stop it with the explosives, alright? This is brought to you by the character that uses explosives. I kind of wish you could do that spinning move, but oh well. And he's dead. Yeah, that's the way I'm supposed to go.
You'll pay for that!
Ow! Hey, look, only I'm supposed to explode people, okay? And slash. That wasn't the point multiplier I was supposed to get out of that, but okay. The fuck? I guess he really was a ninja. He just disappeared. That guy just straight up Batman'd on me. No, wait, Batman is supposed to be disappearing when he's not looking. I was looking straight at him and he was just like, boink! Just yeeted out of existence. Let's hope this doesn't give too much trouble. Since I know Ayane can't exactly, oh, I've discovered that this version of Genshin is, like, basically the same as the one she fights in her own chapter. So, it's like, if I fail here specifically, should I just be like, well, I've already beaten him as this character technically. She can't, you know, do the whole air juggle thing because the game won't let her. So maybe I just be like, ah, well, fuck it and take the L. It'd be the first time I've done that in this series. Yeah, because I think full disclosure, I've like already gone ahead and done Ayane's second chapter with Ryu. I just haven't posted that yet, or even done the quote-unquote editing for it. Oh. And, yeah, I discovered that Genshin at the end of that is essentially the same as this. I think he has slightly different attack patterns, but he's still vulnerable when playing as other characters to the whole, you know, Azuna drop strategy. Oh. I was hoping that that would change. Whatever. Alright. I knew that. Yeah! Ah, crud muffins! Oof. I think the thing that stings about getting hit by those red glow attacks is knowing that not only could you do something about it if you were just a little bit faster on the draw or whatnot, but that it was like, not only could I do something about it, but I could, like, take the guy out easily and also chain it into other dudes and get some health back for it and whatnot. So it's like the ultimate sting of, like, you failed. It just really gives you that, like, you fucked up vibe. And I think that hurts more than knowing that you were screwed over by the game itself. Like, if you're screwed over by bad game design or whatever, that's one thing. You can sort of, like, rationalize that away, be like, oh, well, that wasn't really my fault, you know, it's not me that sucks at the game. You know, you can dark side fill it up if you want. When the game's being cheap as hell, you've got all right, in my opinion. But when the game kind of warned you, and you fail to take advantage of it, that's when it's just like, ooh, that hurts. That hurts my pride. Ow. Like, for whatever reason, she can't pop them in the air. And I don't know why. Crap! I should have known not to do that. He's literally exactly the same as he is in Ayane's chapter. Like, there is no difference. I've technically already beaten this guy. So... fuck it. Like, he is no different. I thought the difference was that in Ayane's chapter, you couldn't, like, Azuna drop him. But no, that's just Ayane. She just can't lift his ass into the air. So, like, I'm going to take the L on that one because I technically already done it. And yeah, I could do it again, but I really, I'm just really fucking hungry, and I just want to get this chapter done and eat. That's the truth of the matter. Like, I can't be bothered to prove something that I've already proven that I can do. If there were some in fact, I think, if anything, the one that I've already beaten is technically supposed to be harder. Or the same. If he's supposed to be harder, then, well, you know. Like I said, I've already done that. And if he's the same, then I've already done it. If he's supposed to be harder, then it's like, well, I've already beaten a harder version of the dude. What do you want me to do? Prove that I can now beat an easier version? If he's supposed to be the same, yeah. Now, if Ayane's version is supposed to be easier, I don't know. What I do know, though, is that it was my fault that I got caught by his damn claw and uppercutted into a underworld drop. That was entirely my fault. I should have known to stay away from him until he does that move, and then swoop in to attack him. That's what you're supposed to do. I know that. I rushed it. I should have at least had a Snickers bar this morning. I don't fight like me when I'm hungry. This video is not sponsored by Snickers. This is a prime example of how much this game doesn't lag on other consoles, like the Switch. In fact, the Switch version in general is just more responsive, and I find myself using things like counterattacks and whatnot more on the Switch version than I do on this version. In this version, I can't be bothered to use counterattacks because of the lag. Though you'd think the lag would help with timing attack and counterattacks a little bit more, but it also means my controls aren't as responsive. Me! There's one other thing about the Switch version is you can't do chapter challenge mode until you've actually beaten the game. Which means you also can't play hard mode on chapter challenge with Momichi or Kasumi until you've beaten the game on hard mode. Whereas here, chapter challenge on the Switch, not Switch, on the Wii U version, chapter challenge is unlocked immediately because Momiji and Kasumi were released as free DLC. Because this was the original release of Razor's Edge. Of the Razor's Edge version specifically. On all other releases, being able to play as those characters was a thing that you had to do after the game, after you've beaten the game. And the chapter challenge isn't unlocked until then, and it's only unlocked on the difficulty. So, like, if you've played on normal difficulty, that's the unlock you get. If you've played on hard difficulty, that's the unlock you get. One other thing I've noticed, though, on the Switch version, and this is probably... and the Switch version is based on the other console releases. I've noticed that, like, projectile attacks from Kasumi and Momiji seem to do more damage than they do in this version. Enemies that would take two like those jetpack guys, when you're doing this with Kasumi, those jetpack guys take like 2 hits in this version to bring down. But in the Switch version, they only take 1 hit to bring down. And it's the same with the flaming arrows that Momiji has. So it seems like the damage was modified to make things easier, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. But it only adds to the fact that by playing the Wii U version, I'm also inadvertently playing the harder version. Partially because of lag, partially because of modifications like that. And another thing, in all other versions, you can bring this menu up whenever. Even in the middle of combat. In the the Wii U version, which is what I'm playing right now, obviously, and the big gamepad was a giveaway there. Yeah, in the Wii U version, you can only bring this menu up when you're not in combat. See, I'm in combat, and I'm pressing select, and nothing is happening. Meaning that when I'm doing those Tests of Valor in this version, I can't just get to the boss, and then... I can't, like, get to the boss with a lot of health left, and then be like, oh, I want to use my thing that increases my health now to give me a better chance against that enemy. I can't do that. You know. I want to do the thing that increases my health, which also refills my health. You know. It's like I have to beat him in one go with the only health refill I get being when I use a Nimpo attack. Which, in most cases, I only get one of. And usually only if I bring either a significant amount of Nimpo in with me, or bring a full bar with me. Or if I can, like, find a moment to do the meditation heal. But in other versions, it's like, if you can at least get to the boss with a lot of health, and you have a health increase to buy, and you can buy, then you're pretty much golden. One other thing, though, when fighting Wolf in the second Test of Valor, they seem to have, I don't know, made his AI better or something. Like, he doesn't come across as predictable as he is in the Wii U version. He doesn't seem to repeat the same exact attacks over and over again. Perhaps there was like a bug in his AI in the Wii U version or something that caused him to just do the same thing over and over again. I don't know. Huh. Speaking of bugs, I hate it when this stupid thing isn't giving me the points multiplier it's supposed to be giving me. Oh yeah, one other thing. Switch version also loads faster. Of course, since it's not on a disc, that might explain that, but I think Master Collection just loads faster in general. Like, regardless of what system you're playing it on, though that also could come down to the specs of certain systems. I fucked that up. Oh. Oh, there we go. They're back for more. They can't stay down. I will put them back into the ground. Hey, I was charging there. Well, he wasn't wrong. It did end. This is a great place to get some points. Oh ho ho! Yoink! Let's get that bloody range up again. Bye 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 bye. Ha ha ha. And goodbye, and good night, and good day to you, sir. Yeah, no, none of that. Kablam! Wham blam, thank you, ma'am. Jeez, the guy was already dead. This game is just the living embodiment of that Simpsons meme. Oh. I'm just trying to pop a frickin' wart pimple here, okay? Do you mind? Do do do. And down you go. Ah! Flames. Yeah, go away. Oh, good grief. This is taking fucking ever. I think I was right to just move on with the Test of Valor. Get off! What? No, ow! How dare you! Oh, Finally! It's because of her low damage output. Ayane is no Momiji. Do. Aye! How dare you? She's great at delimbing and doing lots of damage per second, or damage over time, but she's not great at hitting just raw damage numbers when you only got a small amount of time to hit things. Sometimes you don't always have enough time for your DPS to really start kicking in. Kablam, kaboom, and knight your doom. Ow. Stop that. Stop that, take that. I'll remove your hat and your whole head along with it. Before I have my biscuit. Yoink! Whee! Hey! I probably would have had an S rank if I actually beat the damn Test of Valor, but I didn't. I'll have to beat the next one, though, because that one I haven't. That one is a boss that I haven't beaten as Ayane, so. Toodles.